x and y-intercepts of the graph of y equals x squared minus 2x minus 3. Use the intercepts and additional points as needed to draw the graph of the equation. So going back to a parabola equation, which is what this is, if we do the negative b over 2a thing, we can figure out some values of x to pick that would get us a decent graph. Another way of considering decent points to graph would be to find x and y-intercepts. And x-intercepts happen when y equals 0. Okay? So to find x-intercepts, anytime you're looking at an equation, let y equals 0 and solve, you'll find the x-intercepts. That's the points that touch the x-axis. On the x-axis, the height is 0, so y equals 0. Similarly, if I want to find the y-intercepts, those are points on the y-axis, x will equal 0. So in general, whatever intercept you're trying to find, let the other letter equal 0, and then work it out. So if this is my equation, I'm letting y equal 0, I'm going to end up with 0 equals x squared minus 2x minus 3. And I can do the quadratic formula, I can factor, take your pick. Factoring is easy enough on this one, x minus 3 times x plus 1, which means x equals 3 or negative 1. Okay, we've already established that y equals 0, right? So if x equals 3 and y equals 1, or x equals 3 and negative 1, the points that I get on my graph are 3, 0, and negative 1, 0, though x-intercepts. So all that work there established 1, 2, 3, 0 is a point, and negative 1, 0 is a point. Those 2 points lie on my curve that I'm looking for. All right? As far as a y-intercept is concerned, again, if I want to find a y-intercept, I'm going to let x equal 0. And that's just going to be y equals 0 squared minus 2 times 0 minus 3. And that's just going to be y equals negative 3. So again, y equals negative 3 is what we got out of the work. X equals 0 is what we started off with. So 0, negative 3 is a point on the curve. All right. All 3 of those points are part of the curve, but not enough information for me to see what the curve actually looks like. All right. So to finish it out, I would go to an XY chart, picking some extra values. And everything here came out integers, right? So negative 2 hasn't been evaluated yet. Negative 1 and 0 already have. We got points there. 1 and 2 haven't. 4 hasn't. 4 will be over here all the way. So maybe I'm going to pick negative 2 and 1 and 2 and 4. And if I'm evaluating a lot of things, I'm probably going to just go to my calculator, change my y equals into that. So x squared minus 2x minus 3. Go to my table, enter my numbers, negative 2, 1, 2, and 4. And we get 5, negative 4, negative 3, 5.
I just noticed something different. That's with mine.
What's that?
It shows, when I bring up the graph, it shows everything from 0, infinity, 0, negative 3, and 0 to infinity. It already has them all input automatically.
Go to your table set, turn to ask.
Okay.
Okay. All the ones I gave out already had that entered, and PJ, I might have to do yours also if you get yours to work at some point. Hopefully. All right. So anyway, but yeah, I prefer to be on ask so I can put it in there. There's times during calculus that we do some automatic graphs or tables because there's a specific pattern we want to follow. Yeah. But in this class, we usually pick the numbers individually, so it's better just be able to type them in. So, negative 2, 5 almost fits. And then we got 1, negative 4, 2, negative 3, and then 4, 5 almost fits. So the graph, you can see the parabola shape right there happening. And again, this really high point, maybe I wouldn't even worry about that one. So when I go to connect the dots, maybe I'm just going to connect these 5 here. A nice smooth curve. And pretend that these 2 didn't happen. I would have done on my paper. All right, but again, the most important part of this problem was how to find an x or a y-intercept. It doesn't have to be a quadratic function either. It could be any function. If you let y equal 0, all the answers for x will be x-intercepts. If you let x equal 0, all the answers for y will be y-intercepts. So that's a pretty easy way to find some few points. 0 is easy to work with, and you can find some easy points that way, and then also gives you a kind of an idea where the graph's happening, so you can pick values around it to create your table.